So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice, in which we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. Now today we are going to be covering current affairs of 2nd August 2024, and we are going to be covering these current affairs through a set of 4 MCQs. Now, this lecture series is very important, and I would like that you make this lecture series a part of your daily routine. It should be your daily habit. Why? Because 4 to 5 MCQs from current affairs alone. I'm not talking about other subjects, polity, economy, history, just current affairs. 4 to 5 MCQs from current affairs amounts to more than 100 MCQs in 1 month from current affairs alone. Okay, and if you continue with this series till your next year's prelims, around about 1 year, then you would have covered around 1200 MCQs from current affairs alone, just current affairs. So as far as current affairs are concerned, you don't have to worry about them for your prelims examination. And needless to say, current affairs form a significant chunk of questions in your prelims examination. All right, so make it a part of your daily routine. All right, let's straight away jump to our questions. Question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding SC/ST list prepared by the President. As per Article 341, only Parliament has the power to add, delete communities from this list. Subcategorization within this list is completely prohibited. Creamy layer among SC, STs and OBCs are excluded from reservation benefits. Okay, how many of the above statements are correct? Now, first statement is absolutely correct. What does Article 341 say? Article 341 says that a list of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, list of communities who belong to scheduled castes or scheduled tribes, shall be prepared by the President. So President has been given this authority. But any addition or deletion from this list can only be done by the Parliament. Okay, no other authority. So Article 341 is quite clear on that. Okay, Parliament has the power to add, delete communities from this list. Absolutely correct. Now there has been this issue, and it has been going on since 1970s, and that issue was, are state governments or state assemblies allowed to create subcategories within this SC list? Okay, subcategories. Okay, some communities are more backward than other SC communities. Some tribes are more backward than other scheduled tribes. So they should be given some more reservation benefits, or vertical reservation should be provided to them. For example, in Punjab, 15% reservation is there for SCs. But for a particular SC community called Majbi Sikhs and Balmikis, government decided to give them 5% reservation out of this 15%. That means 5% out of this 15% shall be only given to Majbi Sikhs and Balmiki community. Now this is known as subcategorization. But the thing was, in 2004, Supreme Court in E.V. Ramaiya case, in 2004, Supreme Court categorically said that state governments don't have this power. Subcategorization is not allowed. But now in 2024, Supreme Court has said that Supreme Court was wrong in 2004. Subcategorization within this list is allowed now. Okay. So because of this, second statement is incorrect. Now, what is creamy layer? There are certain communities who get the benefit of reservation, but after getting the benefit of reservation, they have become elite. So, for example, well-to-do OBCs or well-to-do SCs and STs come under creamy layer. Now, OBC reservation is given, but government has identified a creamy layer, which means well-to-do OBCs, their children won't be allowed the benefit of OBC reservation. This is known as creamy layer. So if there is a OBC family earning more than 8 lakh per annum, or if there is an OBC family whose father and mother are IAS officers, they won't be getting the benefit of OBC reservation because they come under creamy layer. But this creamy layer concept is not present in SCs and STs. Even if a scheduled caste boy or a girl have IAS father and IAS mother, then too they'll get the benefit of scheduled reservation. Okay, so creamy layer concept is absent in SC/STs, though the Supreme Court in this latest judgment has said that you should also come out with creamy layer concept in SC/STs. Any which way, Creamy layer is among OBC as of now, not among ST. So this statement is false. Answer is A. Question 2. Which of the following statements regarding sovereign gold bond are correct? You know about sovereign gold bonds? These are substitutes of buying physical gold, right? Because they are bought and sold at same prices of gold. Okay, so right now, if gold is around 10 gram gold is around 60,000, then sovereign gold bond would also be priced at that. In future, that same sovereign gold bond, if 10 grams gold becomes 1 lakh, then you can sell that piece of paper, that piece of bond at 1. Okay, these are sovereign gold bonds. These bonds are denominated in grams of gold. Yes, you can buy a 10 gram bond, 100 gram bond with a maximum investment limit of 1 kg gold. These bonds can only be purchased through check, demand draft, and not cash. Redemption of sovereign gold bond is exempted from capital gain tax. Now, first statement is false because the maximum limit is 4 kg. Okay. These bonds can only be purchased through check, demand draft. No, they can be purchased through check, demand draft, internet banking, and cash also. Cash is also allowed. So this is also false. Okay. Now, when you redeem your sovereign gold bond, that means you bought a sovereign gold bond for 60,000 and you sold it for 1 lakh rupees. Okay, this is known as redemption of sovereign gold bond. Now you have gained a benefit of 40,000. This is your capital gain. Now this capital gain is exempted from government's capital gain tax. So this is correct. Answer is D. Only 3. Okay. Question number 3. Consider the following statements regarding Disaster Management Act. The Act mandates the establishment of Urban Disaster Management Agency in big cities with municipal corporations. The Act mandates the establishment of, say, State Disaster Response Force in every state. Now, here's the thing. Disaster Management Act was passed in 2005, absolutely correct. Now, in 2024, Disaster Management Amendment Bill has been tabled in Lok Sabha. And this amendment bill would definitely make some changes in the 2005 Act. Now, this bill has said that right now we have National Disaster Management Agency. We have State Disaster Management Agency. But we don't have a disaster management agency, specific disaster management agency for big cities. So it has proposed to establish Urban Disaster Management Agency for big cities, state capitals. Okay. So by changing, it was this UDMA was not present in 2005 Act. It is being introduced through this new bill. Okay. Okay. Now, in 2005 Act, it was mandated that there should be a National Disaster Response Force for search and rescue operations during disasters. But it did not mandate every state to have its State Disaster Response Force. But this amendment bill is introducing this concept. It is actually mandating states to establish their own State Disaster Response Force. So 2005 Act did not mandate this. This new bill is actually mandating. So this is also false. Answer D. And last, consider the following statements. The idea of creamy layer in reservations was mentioned in Indira Sahni judgment. Okay. Identification of creamy layer is based on the recommendations of Justice Ramanandan Prasad Committee. Children of private sector employees having an annual income of rupees 5 lakh or above fall under the creamy layer category. Now, during 1992 Indira Sahni judgment came out, in which 27% reservation for OBCs. This entire issue was resolved. But Indira Sahni judgment also talked about creamy layer, that well-to-do elite sections of OBC community shouldn't get benefit of reservation. Okay, so the creamy layer concept was mentioned in Indira Sahni judgment for the first time it was mentioned in Indira Sahni judgment. Absolutely correct. Now, how would you identify who belongs to creamy layer or who doesn't belong to creamy layer? For that, you need to have some rules and regulations. For that, a separate committee was established called Justice Ramanandan Prasad Committee. Absolutely correct. As of now, children of private sector employees, children of private sector or OBC private sector employees having an annual income of 8 lakh or above would fall under the creamy layer category and won't get reservation. Not 5 lakh, 8 lakh. And for that, option A. Okay. And with that, we come to this lecture. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'm sure it added significant value to your preparation, though its cumulative value would increase if this lecture series is followed regularly. Okay. After 1 month, after 2 months, the value would be significantly higher. Okay. If you're watching 1 or 2 lectures every week, that won't do. You watch every day. You watch this lecture every day, and that only would help you practice MCQs for current affairs. You would not only cover your current affairs, but also get the much needed MCQ practice. Okay. On that note, I'll be signing off and see you with next set of MCQs from current affairs. Thank you, everyone.